If I'm wearing the exact same outfit as I was in a previous video, it's because I am filming them back to back and I am wearing the same clothes. I've just been thinking about all the things I need to do to puppy-proof this house. And there's one room in particular that I think is going to be the worst, and that is the office, because there's so many wires and things. So much in that room that it's really hard to put everything in its place out of puppy reach. The wires underneath my desk, because he'd be able to get in and around and behind the box that stores my cushions. And there's 2 extension leads with 4 plugs in each, and so many wires. He was never a wire chewer. My core memories of him are as an adult. So I'm trying to remember what he was like as a puppy and what the house looked like when he was that small. I know this room was very different. This wall was terracotta. Was it this wall? Terracotta and that wall, I think. These 2 walls, I think, were terracotta. Or was it just that one? One of them was terracotta, at least, and then there was white. And then I painted them this fawny colour. The carpet was blue, and there was a Welsh dresser along that wall there, and there was a terracotta sofa bed here, and that table has remained. That's probably the one thing that has stayed the same in this room. And that table was a cave for him, and when he was small he could just whip underneath it, but as he got bigger his back was too high for the leaf and he would bang the leaf of the table up and down. So it'd be funny to see if a puppy tries to get under there too. It's facing a different way though. I think it was facing that way, but now it's that way. I don't know why we changed it or why we had it that way to begin with. I would sit on this terracotta sofa bed with a blanket over me, with the door open. There was newspaper down where the doormat is to encourage him to go toilet outside, and he would just stand on the newspaper there looking out the doorway. I boarded this steps up, so there were, I don't know what we used exactly, but I think it was a load of wood was across this stairway here to prevent him from getting up into the rest of the garden. It's a bit overgrown at the moment. So he had access to this pathway. There's a gate there, so that's fully enclosed down there. Sorry, it's banging. And then he was blocked from going up the steps. I don't know if I ever shared it, but when he was very small, he ended up with a cut on his back, and I believe it was from trying to crawl underneath this door. There's probably some things underneath there. They're a bit scratchy, so I would have to make sure that the puppy couldn't get underneath that door. I don't want a repeat of that injury. There's little things like that that I never shared because we didn't have YouTube back then. There's so much of his younger life that I never got to share. Then I can also sort of reminisce and be like, oh, Key did this, or Key did this differently, and so that you can get more insight into what he was like when he was little, because I feel like it'll bring back lots more memories that I struggle to recall because I have such a bad memory. It would be nice to have reference to that again, bring back all that puppy life, and then get to film it all where I just didn't back then. I'll have easier access to my memories because they will be recorded. We've redecorated a lot of these rooms since Key was a puppy. The office was a shut door, no-go room, so he didn't really have access to it. He hated closed doors, so he would any opportunity try to get in there. That was Paige's bedroom, so it had a bed in it for the longest time. That room was a room that he didn't really have access to for the majority of his, well, for his puppy life. He didn't really go in there. But now it's an active part of the household and it's full of stuff that a puppy shouldn't be in, and I might have to leave this room. It's not the tidiest of rooms right now. Yeah, the area that's going to be of most concern is down here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I think you can get under desk little shelves that the sockets can go onto, so that is probably going to be a good idea actually. I could do with that now, to be honest, because that down there enrages me. I hate it. All those wires. I don't have anywhere for this to go, but it's gonna have to find a home. I don't know where. I don't particularly like this box. This was the original box when I first had cushions made. It's the very first box that they arrived in, and I've just kept it. And then every time I've had new cushions, I've taken them out of whatever they came in and just stuck them in there. Now I make the cushions myself. I still need somewhere to store them. I'd like something nicer than this ratty old cardboard box that's fallen apart. And I'd like somewhere else other than under my desk because it's not convenient. Also, this area here would be heaven for a cat. All the scratching of the cardboard. I wouldn't have any packing boxes. I could just imagine a cat climbing up all of that. Okay, I'm thinking puppy at the moment, not cat. But yeah. Trying to picture everything a puppy would get in at that I would need to put somewhere else. I've got so much tidying to do. If I can find some video footage of what this room looked like, I will show you. Next room. This is fun, isn't it? We're having a trip down memory lane whilst also trying to figure out what I need to change ahead of getting a puppy. Okay, so this room, carpet's changed, wallpaper changed, sofa's changed, but we kept the original footstool that came with the original sofas we had in here because that was Key's little throne, and we'll probably continue to keep it. I can still see him sat there and it makes me happy, so I can imagine a puppy sitting there maybe as well. We'll see if the next puppy likes to reverse park. But there's definitely some changes in here. We have wires down there that I will need to secure. I'm hoping he's not going to be a chewer of things, but he could well be. Key's issue, I don't know if you can still see the lines down here. What he would do, these scratches are from his claws. With the original blue sofa, I think he would kind of chew on the corner of it a bit and did get rid of some of the fluff when he was really little. And I still remember him laying here and he was fast asleep and he was very small, but he was completely toilet trained at this point. And in his sleep, he wet himself and he woke up and he was so sad and mortified and he looked at me like, I didn't mean it, I didn't do it on purpose. And I was like, it's okay. So I picked him up and I carried him outside to finish off. But yeah, he had a little dream pee on the carpet. Oh, I felt so bad for him. This room, pretty much the same, I think. Have we always had that piano? I think so. Kitchen is pretty much the same. The table, I think, is different. I don't think there's any major things in here that I need to worry about. Maybe the trolley in the back with all the dog treats that I still have. He knew exactly where his treats were. He never tried to get them apart from that one time when the big sack of dog food was there and maybe it was a bit open and I found him with his head in the bag. That's the one and only time where he's actually gone into the treat area to get food and steal it. He had never done it before that and never did it afterwards either. Don't know if the next dog is going to be a good boy like that. Can only hope. If you've got any puppy proofing solutions, suggestions for me, please let me know. That's a gross sound. I need to not do that. Yeah, if you've got any solutions to the problems and anything else that you think I need to think about, because it's been a long time since I've had a puppy and I don't know exactly what to expect. Also, crate training. Key was crate trained. I had a big old crate for him and he would sleep in it at night and it became his safe place and he loved it. He did scream for the first week though, which was not fun. Do I get a crate for the next puppy? Do I let puppy sleep on my bed? I never had Key sleeping on my bed, and then as he was older he never would, and I kind of wish that he would. But at the same time, I know that I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep very well if he was getting up and moving around all the time. But then I'm like, should I just let puppy sleep on my bed? Crate training is really helpful because if they need to go to the vets, they have to be in a crate. So they need to know that they're safe in there. So having one is a good idea. But do I do it at night time? Is it a good thing to do for toilet training? Because if they're in there, that's their little bed, they don't want to pee in it, they'll let you know they need to go toilet instead of maybe sneaking off to a different part of the house where they consider not to be their bed and do a pee there. Because the crate was always good. Key would always tell me that he needed to go because he was in his little crate. So maybe it is the best choice. Did you crate sleep your dogs? It's one of the things that I'm really racking my brain about is crating at night for sleeping, because I know it definitely helped Key. It's been 11 years since I did that, so I need some revision on puppy life, please. And I'll see you in the next one.